Maar meest just love the sound of all these birds here. As I started recording them, some of them flew off. One's busy with a brand new nest there. Today we're going to the Botanical Gardens, and I'm going via the railway line because it will be the first time in something like 4 months that I've been into the gardens. Yeah, we've got another truck, which I know is the one that brings the labour for Transnet, which is good news. There's the other Transnet truck. It's only in the past month or two, that I've actually seen more than one truck. I'm far more used to just seeing the first truck I was recording there. I believe I understand from Carl that a few things. They're bringing sleepers tomorrow, which will be fantastic. Departure is apparently supposed to be at about 8 in the morning tomorrow. Wednesday as well, probably also around about the same departure time. And a few wagons. And what I should do tomorrow when they bring it, first of all, be ready at about 7:30, somewhere around there, to take a video of that powerful locomotive passing. Bring 2 cameras actually, try and take a video with the one and a picture or 2 with the other. Try and use 2 hands at the same time there. Maybe put one on a stand. We both love trains, but if you want to know anything about trains and their wagons and what they're capable of doing in models, etc., Carl's the person to speak to. He knows a lot about it, a lot of detail, and there's a contact or 2. So I'm going via this railway line now to the Botanical Gardens. Why should I go along the streets when I'm surrounded by forest here and some shade at some places, and yeah, maybe we find a baboon. It will be interesting to find out in due course time. It will be interesting. It will be interesting to find out when they're actually going to be starting to lay in the sleepers. I suppose we're all hoping that they're going to lay them in just as soon as they've basically offloaded them next to the railway line. The sooner the better. Then one can have the power van coming up and down again with a touch of luck. Maybe even a locomotive like the very good old days, to go to Oudtshoorn in the mornings, nice, bright and early. Sad part about this is that stopped. The actual train, the locomotive, stopped before the fire even. So even if repair is done and all is done, I don't know if that necessarily means that the actual locomotive that goes all the way to Oudtshoorn is actually going to be back on duty again or not. I sincerely hope so. All of us hope so. I think by far the majority that live close to the railway line, and even a lot of people that don't live next to the railway line, like the sound of that locomotive. I want to take a photo here. I want to take a photo of that piece of forest there with the railway line on the left there. Oh well, if worse comes to worse, I've already taken a picture or two. En binnekort gaan ons van die spoorlyn hier af na die linkerkant toe. Effens langs. Dan is ons op 'n stukkie grondpad weer. En nie te ver van hier af nie is die afsnypunt na die regterkant toe, waar ons al verskeie kere opgegaan het in groepe wanneer 'n mens wil opgaan na die kruis toe van hierdie kant af, of dierkop gaan doen, of net na die dam gaan kyk. Ja, laat ek nou mooi tel. 1, 2, 3. 3 keer wat ek mense na die regterkant toe opgelei het. Ek onthou die winderige dag van daai kruis eendag, toe ons soontoe opgegaan het. Verskriklik gewaai, baie sterk wind. En ons het ander rigting, dis juist hoekom ek hulle opgevat het, want ek het geweet mense kan van hierdie kant af ook gaan oor die ou dam, of sal ons sê om die ou dam na die kruis toe. Dit was die een ronde. Hier is nog so ou man weer. Ek sien hom keer op keer hier. Ag, laat ons hom nou nie rekord nie, maar hy's altyd hier. It's got this leaf inside of it. It's like it's grown around this leaf here. Now, winter is without any doubt. I thought it may have been my imagination 3 years ago, when I thought, you know what, I'm far more stable in terms of these shocking experiences I get at night in bed. I'm far more stable in winter when it's cold, and I've got control over how warm I want to be. Whereas in summer, when it's hot as hell, unless one has air conditioning, which I don't in my flat, there ain't much you can do about that heat. Less wear and tear on the shoes when you're walking on your, see, railway line's just other side this bush here now. Now I suppose I better check the battery of this camera, because the DSLR, I sincerely hope, is only flat and nothing else to it, but it doesn't want to know anything. Of course, this is the only piece of forest we go through on the way to the gardens. I should have brought my GoPro as well. Then I may have played it safe and used the GoPro for the video, so that I could know there's going to be enough battery power in this one for a few photos. So anyway, the moral of the story is that I may not be able to check the trees, that massive tree that's fallen down. Can you see it? Derooted. The moral of the story is that I may not be able to record. I may play it safe and not record all the way to the gardens, and save some for the gardens where I'm talking to myself again, so hopefully not too many people around there busy looking and say, I could of course spring a story and spin a story and say I'm busy with the documentary. So anyway, let me clean this lens here. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm carrying this DSLR camera on my shoulder here, and it doesn't want to do anything. Now what is that blue bag up there? That is a bit of a picnic spot for like teenagers sometimes, I've seen there. Now some idiot has gone and left a blue bag there. Anyway, just as well I brought my little point and shoot instead of the GoPro, because at least I can take a reasonable photo or two at the Botanical Gardens. Almost left without my mask. Went back in to get the mask. Almost left without the money. Went back a second time to get a little bit of money to get in. I've got no objection to paying a few bucks. I think it's about 12 rand, I think, somewhere around there, to enter. And that is fair. Used to be free long ago, and a lot of people complained the moment they started charging. It's not like I go there every day. So, like I said, it's going to be the first time in about 3 or 4 months. Let's see, spring is in the air. Last day of August today. Maybe we'll have some extra flowers. I could have walked there. There's a path through that piece of bush there that runs basically parallel to the railway line. It's like I'm in railway mood. Even if I now knew that they're not going to be coming today, but they're coming tomorrow, I'll still automatically go on the railway line. I don't hear baboons. I haven't heard them for 2 days. So I don't know what they're up to. I have no idea where they are. I suspect they're in the opposite direction of where we're walking, heading towards the horseshoe. What a beautiful spring morning almost. I was going to say a beautiful winter's morning. I love winter. It is so much better for my health, for my mental stability, without any doubt. It's like summer causes swelling of the brain or something inside of me. February, March, January, December, or especially December, January, February. Let's go down here. Remember what I said about the path that runs parallel to... Look at this. Huge mushroom. Let's take a photo of it. This... Ek hoop hierdie effense wind het nou nie te veel invloed op die mikrofoon hier nie. Maar hierdie ou man het ek nou al hoeveel keer hierbo gesien. En hy stap net rond. Heel aan die begin, toe dink ek, hy is waarskynlik iemand wat in Dommelsurf, wie weet, miskien Glenberry bly, en net rondstap. Maar dit begin vir my nou meer en meer duidelik lyk, dat hy iewers in die bos slaap hier. Maar hy pla niemand nie. Arme man is te oud om enigiets verkeerd te doen. Ek pla hom, wat het hy, soos ek in 'n vorige video gesê het, wat het hy in die verlede gedoen in sy lewe? Ek skat hom laat 70s, 80s. hierdie mikrofoon van hierdie kamera is baie sensitief. Die kwaliteit is goed as dit nie winderig is nie. Maar as 'n mens nie 'n filter of wat 'n mens dit ook al noem vir die kamera het nie, dan is dit baie sensitief vir wind ook. Ek weet nie of julle kan sien nie, maar kyk na al hierdie geel blomme. Dit is onkruid, maar hy maak geel blommetjies. Baie van hulle. Hierdie stuk word altyd onderhou. Nie net, seker maar vir 2 redes. Oor die pyplyn wat in hierdie hele streepie loop, al om die buurt te loop. En dan kan dit ook as 'n goeie firebreak dien. Want ons het mos nou 'n vuur gehad op 'n stadium. So dit lyk altyd, meeste van die tyd lyk dit netjies hierso. Kry julle nou op die spoorweg, ons gaan nou sistematies links draai en dan beland ons of op die spoor of net langs die spoor weer, afhangende van hoe mense wil stap daar. Daar is voetstandpaaie weerskante. Waar daar die minste klippe is waar ek gaan stap. So ons sal kyk daar. Ag, kom ons rekord hierdie stukkie woud. Dis mos mooi, man. Dis nou daarom een, al is dit dennebome, lyk dit nog steeds mooi. Daarom nou een stuk wat nie gebrand het in November 2018 nie. My trui aangetrek, net soos wat ek verwag het, gaan ek binnekort lus voel om hom uit te trek, want dis wat gebeur wanneer jy stap of draf en jy begin 'n bietjie sweet. So ek weet nie of dit eintlik 'n goeie idee is om hom uit te trek noodwendig nie. En amper by die spoorweg, daai sement, wat dit ook al is, vierkantige dammetjie gewees, huis gewees waar alles afgebrand, afgebreek is miskien. Ek sal nie weet nie. Dis definitief iets gewees. Of iets binne in dit, ons 2 van hulle. Of iets binne in dit, of iets bo op dit. Spoorweg. Klein stukkie van die spoorweg en dan rekord ek nou weer. Dis 'n lang reguit stuk hier. Mense aan die linkerkant daar moet daarvan nou om die trein te hoor. Ek sou. En glo dit of nie, botaniese tuine is klaar aan ons regterkant daar. On the right hand side there. That is if one were to walk all the way down with it towards the forest side, but the entrance itself is a couple of 100 meters ahead. So I'll record now again. Just around this last corner, and we should be at entrance number 1. We'll see if we can get in there. If we can't, we must go around to the other side where it should be open. I've just seen some people in the gardens hanging around, so clearly one can get access somewhere. Anybody want a shopping? Look at this. Fairly convinced someone's sleeping there. Anybody want a shopping trolley? Everything on that side there is the Botanical Gardens. For anybody that doesn't know George, anything that's on that side of the fencing there, I suppose if anybody really wants to get in and was that desperate for photos, there are some places where they could just hop over the wall here or the fencing. But I'm not one of those kind of people. Road crossing, and then we turn right, and that is where I used to get in the old days. Let's see what happens. Still locked, and from far off here it looks like they've still got that sign up there that says, last time I read it, it said something in the line of closed during lockdown or something like that. We'll open at first notice or something like that. Very misleading sign. So anybody that doesn't even know there's another entrance where we're going to, just like I did the other day, but I didn't know there's another entrance, could easily think that the gardens are closed. Let's see what happens. One can see that some flowers are definitely out now. This is one of those hard places where you want to make a video, but you've got to stop every 10 seconds. So many flowers are out just to take some nice photos. Yep, birdie's still sitting on his special favorite place there. I think that's worth a shot. Off he goes. Is that beautiful? Or is that beautiful? These ones are slightly darker. And so we go around the dam here. There are weavers all around this dam, all around it. I wonder how many weavers are here in total. I think that could also be a nice photo. This is without any doubt my favorite part of the entire walk around this dam here. See, they've done some maintenance on this fencing on the side here. Hundreds and hundreds of weavers on the other side there. Surely they make the most beautiful nests. Check this weaver here. Stuck there. There he is. If only I could see his head, one could maybe take a nice photo. But stuck behind the branches there. Yeah, we've got another one. Please don't fly away. Please don't fly away. He's flown away. They're not very tame, actually. Yeah, with the DSLR, no doubt I would have been able to zoom in a bit. Here we go. Check this. Don't you just love the sound? This here is the place I used to enter. which is now locked with a very misleading sign. Maybe it's for COVID reasons. Mense, is dit mooi of is dit mooi? Lyk soos 'n bonsai boom. Verskeidenheid vetplante hierso. Wonder wat is hierdie se naam? Dit sien ek nie alledaags nie. Nou gaan ons steeds om hierdie dam. En daar's 'n klein uitsiggebouetjie, noem dit wat 'n mens wil, vir voëls, om voëls te bekyk, te besigtig. Ons gaan dit nou sien. Hierdie water moet van iewers te kom, en ek weet min of meer, ek weet van water by in die berg, by 'n spesifieke stroompie wat loop, maar ek weet nie of ek sit en wonder soms of ander water is wat ook inkom hier, boonbehalwe daai een spesifieke stroompie waarvan ek definitief weet. Want hierdie dam is altyd vol, wat my nogal interesseer. Altyd. Mens kan ver stap daar as mens wil. Hierdie is een van die toevoere, moontlik die enigste ene. 10 ene naam vir 'n stroompie of rivier. Ek weet waar daai water vandaan kom. Ons het oor dit in die berg al gestap. Hey, ek is seker ek het nou net 'n nice loerie gesien. Honderde der honderde. Wat is 'n weaver in Afrikaans? Ek sal nou nie woord dink. Baie rustig vir 'n maandagoggend. Nou hier is hy tweede dam, of vlei is 'n beter woord, waar ons vroeër was. Baie min mense vandag. Ek sal nou weer begin wanneer ons in die gebouetjie is. Waar is die gebouetjie? I wanted to go inside the little building there, see if I could spot any birds, but even from what I see here, that looks highly unlikely that one would see much, and I'm not tempted to go in there with parents with a young little kids sitting there already. This could be a nice photo, just like this. Now we're going to enter another sort of parking area. I'm intrigued as to how they get here. It's like a whole circle they've got to surely drive to be able to get here, to park here. Because that gate is is locked. Could this be people working here that get allowed in the mornings to come and park here so that there's space for the people to park on the other side? Otherwise, I just can't understand how do they get around all the way to here. These you often see in the mountain. I don't know what you call this thing that we're busy going up with here now, but it is something spectacular. For the umpteenth time I've just started recording, video recording, and yeah, I want to take another photo, in which case I've got to stop recording. I think we could also take the photos on the way down. There's the restaurant. And up and up and up we go. In circles, right to the top. And down and down and down we go. I think it's time for some photos on the way down, because I'm starting to see things I haven't seen so far yet. Not all botanical gardens are so that you can have a flower in front of you with a mountain in your background. I feel pretty lucky there. I'd love to know what this is. I don't think I've ever seen them. Perfectly deliberately planted there. And we're back at the bottom as we get to a little maze part probably now. Do we feel like doing mazing? I don't think so. I think we go around and walk down the park towards the bottom. I'll just carry on recording until there's no battery left here. Till there's nothing left in the battery. One can go all the way there if one wants to the bottom. Right up to a fence where there's even a little pathway next to a stream there. Let's first go and visit this again. Yeah, people have been working hard. I know prior to lockdown, bringing rocks in, planting things there. This could also be a nice photo with this little bridge, this tree here. Becoming windy, so I'm going to have to speak out a bit loud, but maybe I don't need to speak at all. Just look at the gardens. A lot of work that was done here. There was nothing here originally. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. I wish I could get close up to take a photo of that there. No, that. Take a photo of that. Let's see if we can get a closer one. It's just disappeared behind there. Even a nice resting place here. Very nice being here again. First time in such a long time. Hello. Place is pretty.
Yeah.
Talking to my camera here.
Okay.
You work here?
Yes.
Looks good.
Yes.
All the flowers. This here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a photo of this one. Of these here. I'm taking a video here. Look at all the flowers here. Very pretty. Well, it was clearly worthwhile. Look at this. I have no idea what that is. It was clearly worthwhile coming to this section here. Right, there's something going on at the restaurant. Somebody's birthday probably. So I'm definitely not going there. I wasn't planning on going there anyway. Let's kick this ball back here. All right. Just kick the ball back for them. Nice. Is all of this beautiful, or is it beautiful? Let's pick up the pace a bit here. Maybe in due course time they'll do something with this here. I think I actually saw them bring all of this up here, all the soil, with truckloads. So they probably could end up turning it into another flower bed or two. Lots and lots of flowers here. Another nice photo maybe, with flowers in the foreground, mountains in the background. We have a prettier flowering. Beautiful, eh? I want to see this section here when they all start flowering. I can see they've planted quite a couple of proteas here. I think there's one on the other side there flowering. Here's one that's starting to flower. Boy, look at this. Look at all these flowers. Is it beautiful? Is it beautiful? With protea in the back there. Pity that all those white flowers don't face the opposite way, where one could take one with a background, mountain background. Photo after photo, they're all beautiful. Okay, they've put some don't enter kind of string or something here, so they're probably busy working here. I'm not too sure what it is they may be doing. By the way, all of this here is supposed to feed the dam. Good for you, but I don't hear anything going on here. Anyway, I know what it's like there. I've been there before. Just sort of like nice more forest, not many flowers, but forest, and then all along the fence. Hope this worker who tried to have a conversation with me carries on doing his good work. May as well go past the restaurant here. Guy who spoke to me doesn't actually seem to be incredibly busy with anything. Botanical gardens are obviously a great recreational place. Heap of kids, obviously some sort of South African version of summer outing. All sound English, and hanging around there at the restaurant. Good for them. Well, I think we've seen what we want to see. Quite a couple of flowers already, and it's not really totally spring yet. But seems to me like there's always flowers, depending on the time of the year. Different flowers. Now we're heading towards the gate, back with the railway line. These yellow flowers on the left hand side, although I don't know what they are, what I do know is that there's a heap of them towards the horseshoe of the railway line. I see them there quite often. Far from here. Now we're about to exit. I've decided to come and look at the nursery. Right, we're out of the gardens and on our way back on the railway line. I've taken quite a couple of photos here with this tree on the left hand side and the mountain on your right hand side. And believe it or not, here comes that old man again, all along the railway line. What is he thinking about? He hasn't got clearly doesn't have any destination. He's got to eat, he's got to drink, he has to sleep. Where does he sleep? Very, very lonely man, always by himself. I'm not gonna record him close up. You look carefully along on the railway line. There he's coming, slowly but steadily. Oh, he's heading out now, he's coming this way. I don't know. Troubled old man. Interesting life experience probably. Well, as it ends up, it was 20 rand. Ended up being 20 rand to get in, so it's just as well I brought 20.
Why would you put diamonds?
Seems to be quite dry. We've had more water here before. Always a nice spot for a photo here. Such a pity. Such a pity. My DSLR isn't working because it can zoom in a lot further. Check these weavers here. Lots of nests here. Well, that's almost it. That's almost it. I can carry on recording all the way to home, but I think you saw what it looks like all the way to here. And trees, mountain. If I happen to hear any baboons or something further that way, I could start recording again. It was nice being in the gardens. It's been a long while since I've been in there, and there were actually a few more flowers than I expected. So anyway, if anyone's watched this, I hope you liked it. And if anyone who's watched this hasn't seen the botanical gardens in a video before, then hopefully you have a better idea of what it looks like now. Cheers.